This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. With only 8 games on the calendar, the playoffs are suddenly on the horizon here in Week 6. It's a traffic jam in that playoff picture with 3 teams at 3-2 and 3 at 2-3. One team of each category play tonight. It's the 3-2 Annapolis Navigators taking on the Lexington Miners. Good afternoon, folks. I am Tyler Falk. Glad to be here back in the booth after about a week or 2 off, and good to have everybody here with me, including my partner for this evening, Rochelle Colston. Ray, 3 games left in the regular season for both these clubs. A loss by either team really means a whole lot, especially if Lexington were to upset Annapolis today and both teams end up at 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, all these teams are so close together. This would be, what comes out, probably down to the wire at the end of the season to the playoffs, even.
Absolutely, and we already got playoff scenarios here earlier in this week, here in Week 6. If Madison, who are playing right now in the second game going on in our window against Albuquerque, if Madison win, they keep their playoff hopes alive. However, they have to hope that every single 3-2 team this week loses to even have a sliver of hope in the playoffs. And we are just about set to get underway. Lexington kick us off in their white shirts and Annapolis in their black tops, and we are underway. Here we go. Annapolis will get us going from about the 5-yard line, trying to take it up to the middle. We already have a flag on the play as the returner gets blasted at the 25-yard line. Let's get the first call of the day from R62.
It's probably going to be a clipping call. What do you think, Tyler?
I have a very high suspicion that it might be as well, Rochelle. And yes, we are going to get a personal foul. It will be a clipping call, aka block in the back on the Annapolis return team. With the infraction is the backup wide receiver, Curtis Walker. And with that, that'll set the return back all the way to about the 15-yard line.
Oh, not a good start.
Not a good start for Annapolis. However, they have been able to turn things around, especially with that defense. Gary D. Gond does have a pick 6. However, now it's the offense's turn for the first time today. Led out by Gene Struthers, the quarterback for Annapolis. Start with a run to the tailback, Randy Swerber, who's bottled up after picking up 2 yards. He's had himself quite a season back in the minor leagues after spending a season with Louisiana. Recently, I think he put pen to paper on a new contract earlier today. I have to double check that out, but Annapolis looking to have him here in the minor leagues. 2nd and 8 from the 16-yard line, I formation, one wide receiver off to the left.
Looks like they're ready for the run. They're stacking that box pretty heavy there.
Into the box. Struthers looks to throw over the middle. It's a nice floater over the middle. Caught near the 30-yard line. Hauled in by Orain Darby, the 2-way player out of Mexico City.
Nice play there by the nice route by the wide receiver. Great pass by the quarterback. Looking good there on the pass.
Offset eye behind Struthers. Through the middle, breaking up a couple of tackles and getting down to the 37-yard line pickup of 7 on the play.
I think it's the play so far by Annapolis. You're not just seeing Randy Squarebush. They're actually mixing up the plays a little bit. They're actually throwing the ball around. Good to see. Keeping that defense honest.
Shotgun set here on 2nd and short. Struthers going to look to throw over the middle. Nice little dump off, another first down. This time to Rego De Niro.
And Annapolis is moving the ball down the field very nicely here. Mixing plays up. Keeping defense on their toes.
Struthers will go under center. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Quick drop from Struthers. He's going to try and look for a pass over the middle. It's a floater that's bobbled, nearly intercepted by Aaron Wicker. 2nd down.
That was a dangerous pass, but he was hit right on the play there. And the ball kind of just got knocked loose in the air. Very lucky there wasn't an interception right there.
2nd down here for Annapolis on their first drive of the ball game. Come out in a heavy eye 3 backs in the backfield. Line and linebacker shift in the direction of the strong power I. It'll be a handoff up the middle for Squarebush. Gets to the 50-yard line and no further. He is stuffed. Number 25, Isabella Blackwell and company.
Great job by the offensive lineman creating that hole. He just ran right up the middle with it. Nice run for 6 yards.
Big third down here for the Navigators from midfield. 4-3 look here from Lexington. There'll be a run up the gut, trying to find a way with Squarebush on the ground. Nothing doing, only 2 yards. And he's 2 yards too short as Matthews comes up with the clutch tackle, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Matthews making a big stop there on Squarebush, forcing the punt here. So if I was Lexington, I'd be happy with that.
And they're going to look to go for it here on 4th and short with 8 minutes already left to go here in the first quarter. Struthers maybe trying to catch Lexington offside. 8 seconds on the play clock. Good discipline from the Miners, and they will not be caught off guard, and Annapolis is forced to use a timeout. That is really good coaching from Lexington.
I was going to say that's a gutsy move. I started the game going for it in midfield.
Interesting play call. We saw Lincoln and a few other teams last week go after a couple of early 4th down conversions. Annapolis looking to play it safe and punt this one away, which sees us introduce Pete Ellis to the ball game as the punter for the Navigators. Ellis stands at about his 36-yard line to receive the snap, and he punts that one away downfield inside the 20. It's going to bounce at the 9, roll even dangerously, and it will roll itself into the end zone. Chad Moore is the quarterback for Lexington. He's a week 3 signing and is really coming to his own a little bit when we try and compare these two quarterbacks. Moore with 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in only 4 weeks of work, and Struthers only 2 touchdowns to his credit, 10 interceptions in all 5 games of work.
And Struthers is a second season quarterback too.
So it could come down to play calling, could come down to maybe not being used to the new folks in his stead on that offensive line, as Lexington will start off their first play with a fullback dive, 2 yards in the pickup, and we'll introduce you to the Miners offense. Chad Moore is the quarterback, Christian Pierce is the halfback, Scott Powell the fullback, Zachary Patton, Hector Huxley, and David Gears are the wide receivers, with Mo Jones at tight end, and leading the men in the trenches on the offensive line is Jamarcus Handy. Split backfield 2 tight end look here for Moore, and Moore is going to float it, and he was hit as he throws. That led to that errant pass, 3rd down.
There to throw the ball away and then throw it into tight coverage and get an interception. I think it was a smart choice by the quarterback there.
It's 3rd and 8 now here for Lexington, trying to avoid a 3-and-out on their opening possession. 4 wide receivers set. Moore under center. Quick drop, has to quickly evade pressure, and it's thrown right at the middle linebacker. Tundra speed, and he will knock it down, and it is a 3-and-out for Lexington.
Very lucky there that wasn't a pick 6.
So on comes the punting unit now for Lexington. Rand Fullman do the punting work here for Lexington, as Annapolis might be looking to send the pressure. Here they come. Punt is on its way from Fullman safely. Turn will start at the 40-yard line. Trying to come out to the right side is Ronnie Shanahan, and he can only get to the 45-yard line. Shanahan, a week 6 signing in his first ball game here with the Navigators. Welcome to Ronnie Shanahan as he joins the SFLm, along with Randy Squarebush as the tailback. Joel Harleman is the fullback. Rego De Niro and Orion Darby are the other 2 wide receivers, apart from Shanahan. And Lachlan Martin is the tight end.
Yeah, and Annapolis is starting off a really good field position here, so.
And the drive runner on midfield last time, and Squarebush shoulders a man and nearly picks up the first down on the first play from scrimmage of the drive all by himself.
Yeah, he's a powerful runner once he gets started. He's going to be hard to break down if he gets going.
Some good blocking as well from Harleman, the fullback.
Yes.
He just, Squarebush found a way through the hole that the offensive lineman created for him. Shoulders, fights for that extra yard. That's something we saw in Louisiana last season. That's something we saw in the last season of the SFLm with Annapolis, and just continues to go to work. Here now it's second and short. Two tight ends off to the right with two wide receivers splitting the formation. They'll go again for Squarebush to the right. He gets out of a tackle. He stiff arms another one, and there goes Squarebush. He has one man to beat. He's out of that one too. Randy Squarebush is all the way into the barn. Touchdown, Navigators.
Wow. He just erupted. He broke that first tackle. He just kept going.
It almost seemed inevitable, didn't it, Ray, that after that first one, they'd probably go back to him to get even more yards.
Like I said, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I have a feeling we'll be seeing lots of Squarebush tonight.
Absolutely. Just like that, the Navigators take the lead here at home. A 6-0 lead. On comes Caleb Richards to try and make it a 7-point advantage.
The crowd's very happy tonight.
Absolutely. Yep. Kick is up, and it is good. It is 7-0 hometown Navigators. If you're new to this Simulation Football League, the SFL combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Richards puts his boot to the ball, and we're underway once again on the return. Trying to angle it out to the outside maybe a little bit. Can't get any further away is Dion Lane Barney, the quarterback who does the return duties here for the Miners, and out comes the offense after going 3 and out their first time out.
Let's see if Lexington can put some stuff together here and get a first down, at least.
Just about to the halfway point here in the first quarter. Annapolis and Lexington. I'm Tyler Falk. Geez, Rochelle Colston, glad to have you here in Annapolis, Maryland, here for Week 6 action of the Simulation Football Minor League. It's another fullback dive, trying to get off to the left-hand side. Nothing to do. A tackle for a loss of the play by Rachel Menner, and that'll give us perfect opportunity to introduce you to the Navigators defense. Wallace D. Moranville, Rocco Rossi make up the defensive line. Tundra Speed and Rachel Menner are the linebackers. Tyrone Thorne, Dominic Matz, Gary D. Gond, Grant Hardaway, Dale McLean, and Nathan West make up the defensive backs. Floater left side for Pierce, and he can only get back to the original line of scrimmage. This Navigators defense is hungry tonight.
That cornerback came up and made a big hit right there. Number 20, Tyson Thorne. This Annapolis defense is nothing to play with. They're pretty tough. They were last week too.
Avoid a second straight 3 and out. Moore looks to throw over the middle, and it's knocked aside. Grant Hardaway got in the middle of that one, and only his second week here in the minor league, and it's another 3 and out for Lexington.
You can come on the field your first week and make an impact. It's amazing.
We'll quickly see now Rand Fullman again for the second time tonight. He'll stand at about his 11-yard line to punt this one away.
And again, I think Annapolis will end up with really good field position here.
Punt's on its way from Fullman. Shanahan set to return. He gets a couple yards, maybe 1 or 2 at best, before he's brought down at the 38-yard line. Annapolis, after 2 runs, which ended in a touchdown from Randy Squarebush, probably going to see another heavy dose of the feisty tailback.
They do like to use him here in Annapolis, so.
Leads the league coming into today with over 700 rushing yards here in 5 weeks of play. It as he throws to the quarterback, Struthers, and it flutters to the turf. Great pressure from the interior of that offensive line, led by the league's leading sack tally, Forrest Dalton.
He's also a two-way player at Jackson. Lots of two-way players here tonight in this game.
Total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Make that 8. Total two-way players 6 for Lexington. Only 2 two-way players for Annapolis. And Squarebush had a nice little hole, and well, it closes rather quickly. Only 2 yards gained by Squarebush, and it brings up 3rd down.
Great play there by the defensive tackle, Mark Rams, the backup.
3rd and 8, Struthers in the gun with Squarebush off to his right with 4 wide receivers. Struthers going to look to throw. Looking over the middle, that is caught across midfield, and at the Lexington 46, he'll go no further. Good pitch and catch to Shanahan, his first reception of his career.
They're having lots of luck in the middle tonight with the passes.
Take a look at a good post route, fooled the defense as they were looking for maybe something on the outside, and completely opened up the middle of the park, like you said there, Rochelle, and brings up a 1st down here for the Navigators.
Last week we saw them do a lot of swing passes. This week they're going right down the middle with the passes.
See if the Lexington defense can correct and make the adjustment. Handoff. Squarebush. Another stiff arm. And he breaks out of that tackle. Oh, there he goes again. There goes that pad man again. And it's a touchdown for Squarebush. And Annapolis start to sail away as we ending the 1st quarter.
I mean, he just hit people like they're not even there. He's just running over them. It's just, once he gets going, he's hard to bring down. Carrying people with him down the field.
You have to have at least 2 people tackling him. Otherwise, he can do stuff like that. And Annapolis now 13, possibly 14 points in the lead. Lexington have yet to do anything on offense. We'll see if that changes next time their offense hits the field. But for right now, it's the Randy Squarebush show here in week 6 of the minor league.
And they're scoring quick. Annapolis can score quickly.
Richards' extra point is up and good. It's 14-0 Annapolis over Lexington. The SFL convention is coming to the Las Vegas Strip July 10th through the 12th. HyperX Esports Arena at the Luxor will host the season kickoff, featuring all 28 teams in action. Live commentary throughout the day, every game on the big screens, and your chance to be introduced to the world as a football star. Room rates are just $80 per night stay. Visit simulationfl.net/convention for more information and to reserve your room today. Decent return there from Lexington's return man Lane Barney, and he gets them all the way up to the 28-yard line, and it's the 3rd drive for the Miners, and they have tallied right around about 2 positive yards combined between both those drives.
Yeah, they had to settle in here and just figure something out. Figure out how to either run the ball or get passes down the field.
A bunch set near side of the formation. Corners go press on that side. Handoff through the middle. Nice gaping hole. Oh, my goodness, Pierce is on his way. He's across midfield, across the 40. Breaks out of a tackle. And that is the answer that Lexington needed. Mission Pierce is gone. Touchdown, Lexington.
Pierce is telling Randy Squarebush, look, dude, I can do it too. What a run.
Let's take a look at it again. He got some excellent blocks from offensive line, got a couple to come across the line to help set the edge, and he squeezes through that hole, breaks off the tackle from Tyson Thorne, and then he's just gone all the way to the barn.
He had some nice blocking upfield too. I couldn't see the number, but it was, the guy had his middle of the field, the guy had him totally pinned off, which allowed him to break free to the sideline.
So the dormant Lexington offense comes alive here late in the 1st quarter to get their first points on the board. And now we'll see Joey Robb on to try and tack home the extra point.
Now both teams scoring quickly. I mean, we got 21 points and not even out of the 1st quarter yet.
Absolutely. Pick is up and good. 14-7 your ball game. No donut on the score sheet anymore as the Lexington Miners strike quickly. And, well, if If this keeps up, Ray, we've got ourselves a shootout, and it's not a passing shootout. It's these two
Running.
backs going at each other.
And I'm more of a defensive person. I'd rather see a defensive game myself, but well, we both play defense, Tyler. You should feel the same way.
Well, I'm more of an offensive-minded player myself. I help out with Louisiana defense. Well, I'm the agent for Mike Ryan over there in Louisiana, but I'm more of an offensive guy. And that's why I'm the offensive coordinator over in Lincoln. As the return from Shanahan gets all the way up to Annapolis' 20-yard line, and that is where Annapolis will start their drive. Can they go 3 for 3 and make it a third touchdown in as many drives, Michelle?
We gotta find the answer for Randy Squarebush. Either you gotta double team him, triple team him, something.
Try with a little swing pass to Squarebush to the right side. Great acrobatic catch, but he will lose a yard as he had to twirl his way like a ballerina out of bounds.
You didn't better off that letting that one go out of bounds without even catching it, I think. But yeah, I knew where you were on the field.
Second 11 after the 1-yard negative pass, 22-yard line. Bunch formation near side with 3 wide receivers, 1 wide receiver off to the right. Brothers takes a 5-step drop again, looking Squarebush off to the right as he breaks off a tackle and steps out of bounds after picking up 5 yards. Wayne Barney unable to drag him down, but does force enough of Squarebush's momentum to the outside.
I thought that was they had him at the line of scrimmage, but he's very powerful even after a catch.
Third and 6. Struthers under center, offset eye behind him. He's back to pass, looking for a short pass. It's a third straight swing pass for Squarebush. And that's the first time we saw Squarebush get undone like that. What a hit from Ty Woodson. 4th down.
And he was sent to the shadow realm there. What a nice hit. And a big stop here. 4th down. They forced Annapolis to punt.
You don't see that too often. Get your cameras out. Clip that. Squarebush lands up on his backside with a huge hit from Ty Woodson, and Annapolis have to punt this one away. Alos's punt is away to Lane Barney, who tries to make a spin move with a 30-yard line, is able to get it up forward progress to the 32-yard line. As we want to let you know that the SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does in the gaming community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/RDSports. And up the left side for more. He broke off a long one on the last drive, this time only able to get about 3 yards before he could take it down at the 35-yard line by Tundra Speed.
Yeah, the Annapolis defense is, usually pretty tough against the run game. He did break that one out a little while ago. See if they can get him going here.
Second and 7. Moore will line up with a bunch set to his left, takes a 5-step drop, looking to throw under pressure and can't get rid of the football as he's hit hard. Huge loss in the play as Dean Lear comes out of nowhere from the defensive end spot to bring him down.
Yeah, he had all day for that ball. He's going to find an open receiver. It's a great coverage by the secondary there from Annapolis.
Empty backfield, 4 wide receiver look here for Lexington. Moore going to look to throw on 3rd and long. It's a deep bomb over the middle, and it just needed a bit more touch on that pass, or Dominic Matz wouldn't have been able to get his mitts on it, and it's 4th down.
Uh-oh. Now we have another punt here. Both defenses, seem to be stepping up here when it counts.
After a couple of quick scores, things have quieted down as we continue to approach the end of the first quarter, and we've seen a lot of stopping and starting. It's been a very long first quarter. Meanwhile, over in Albuquerque, Madison is doing their part to keep their playoff hopes alive with a 10-0 score line as Shanahan calls for a fair catch at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I'm surprised this quarter is lasting as long as it has.
Minute and change left to go here in the first frame of action. Annapolis will get the ball back, and I believe this is their 5th or 6th drive of the ball game. Brother's going to look to throw, has time, good pocket, slowly collapsing, and down he goes. Again, took a little bit too long to throw the football. The coverage was stout, forcing Randbush to have time to get into the backfield and take down the quarterback.
Love the footwork by the quarterback there. He was doing a little dance, and he could have lost a lot more yards than he did. So he did make forward progress there on that sack.
Coverage backs off as Struthers goes into a gun straight. Pass off to the right, caught on the sideline by De Niro. Pickup of about 3 or 4. They get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, here at 3rd and long. I'm not too sure about that play. I think they should go for a little bit more yardage there.
Just trying to rebuild some confidence. But now you have to get beyond your own 45-yard line to make it a new set of downs. Struthers with 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to his left, 1 to his right, with 3 wide receivers. Struthers going to look to throw over the middle. It's a short pass, well short of the marker, and the defense closes in quickly on the receiver. And coming up with the tackle is Isabella Blackwell, and that forces a 4th down.
You're hearing Isabella Blackwell a lot tonight. I love female players in the league. Always exciting.
Always like more of them as we end the first quarter of play. Navigators on the back of 2 Squarebush touchdowns lead the Miners by the way of a Christian Pierce rushing touchdown. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube.
We start the second quarter with a punt.
And welcome back to Annapolis. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Rochelle Colston. And back at SFL headquarters is the commissioner, Cameron Irvine. In case you didn't know, it is Cam's birthday. So go ahead and wish Cam a birthday here in chat.
Happy birthday, Cam.
Turn man Lane Barney is able to get a couple of yards to the 29-yard line. And that is where Lexington will start their first possession of the second quarter.
If you're Lexington, you're feeling pretty good right now. You're only down by 1 score. You're holding Randy Squarebush, except for those 2 big breakout runs.
Pierce only has 2 carries, one of them being that long 70-plus yard score. Go again to the right side, and there goes Pierce. Pierce is out of a tackle. Oh, he's gone again. The 30, 20,
number 20,
10, touchdown.
Oh my!
Christian Pierce, and we're all about tied up.
Wow. What a run. He's basically untouched. There's some great blocking there somewhere. Number 39 had a chance and missed. Yep, great blocking there.
Yeah, and just an excellent play design, excellent blocking from everyone up front. And it's the Pierce versus Squarebush show here in Maryland, as both running backs now have a pair of touchdowns, and it's looking more and more like a slugfest between the 2 of them, as on comes Joey Robb to try and tack home the extra point to tie up this football game.
And they're both long breakout touchdowns too, but on both sides. I'm used to seeing passing shootouts, not running shootouts.
Well, it's a first time for everything, and especially in the minor league when playbooks are a little bit off kilter from the SFL proper, where you get to see everybody showing off what they can do, and especially in this running game where we have 2 solid running backs, as we've been witness to already today. And we are just about set to get underway once again after another quick drive from Lexington to tie up this football game. In Annapolis respond. Robb kicks this one off to Shanahan, who waits at about his 5-yard line. Tries to bring it right up through the middle. Tries to fight off to the left-hand side. Gets a couple extra yards to 27, but no further. Annapolis will retake the field. Squarebush couldn't get the job done last time. He was stopped about a yard short of the first down marker, but I don't think that'll keep him down for long.
And their offense has been pretty quiet. They scored the 2 touchdowns quick, and they haven't, seen very much out of Squarebush since then.
Looks to be again like Annapolis will try and go to the pass here to start off the drive. 4 wide receivers. Struthers in the gun. Gonna look to throw. Deep bomb, near side. Oh, and it's caught by De Niro! De Niro is gone. There's no one. The deep pick, and he's gone. And Annapolis retake the lead.
I mean, he got behind the defense, and there was no one there. And no one in that backfield.
Dion Lane Barney again bit on the pass. This time it's a hard bite. He was already beaten by De Niro deep. Tried to come up with the spectacular pick to no avail. De Niro was there and he kicked it to the house.
What a great route. I mean, a great pass by the quarterback on the money. Impressive.
Just like that, the tie ball game is no more. It's back to an Annapolis 6-point lead. Richards is on the field to try and make it a 7-point lead.
Annapolis is getting it done on the ground and in the air now.
He's up, and it is good from Richards. 21-14, your score line here in Maryland. And it's been a game of ebb and flows, hasn't it been, Rochelle? We've had a little bit of, calm, multiple drives, not really doing too much. We've had some explosions with Squarebush getting a couple early touchdowns. Then Moore comes back and gets a touchdown, gets a second touchdown to begin the second quarter. And then just like that, De Niro was in the end zone.
This game should become very interesting as it goes along.
And Barney gets all the way up to the 27-yard line, and now are they going to try and force a long bomb to try and see if they can't get a long touchdown? It's been a big game of tug-of-war between these two clubs.
It would definitely catch the defense off guard because they're not looking, for the long pass. They're looking for those little screen passes and the runs up the middle. Let's see what they do here.
I formation with wide receiver tucked in tight on the line. And up through the middle, Moore tried to bounce it outside. Pierce, trying to bounce it off to the right side. Gets tackled behind the line after defense had some really good containment on that edge. Dominic Matz coming up with the tackle.
Oh, they were thinking run the whole time. The box was pretty well stacked. Pretty heavily there. They were looking to run all the way.
Identical looking personnel, a little bit different formation. Split backfield, one wide receiver. This comes all the way off to the left. Handoff through the middle, nothing doing. And they're lucky that they're not ruled backward even further as the tackle comes through the middle.
And Rocco Rossi was in there immediately for the hit.
Rossi and Rachel Menard combining on the stop, and it's 3rd and 11. Haven't seen Lexington convert a 3rd and long so far tonight. Can they change their fortunes here? Moore going to look to throw over the middle. Caught, and they will convert here on 3rd and long. Good pitch and catch to Hector Huxley for the first.
He's a big target in the field, in the middle of that field, so nice play.
And just a nice little short post route, just over the middle of the field where Annapolis just maybe wasn't looking, trying to contain the outside on those short out routes.
That's a 6'6" wide receiver.
All guy, very hard to miss him.
Yes.
4 wide receivers here on 1st down with Pierce alone in the backfield. Quick drop. Annapolis send the blitz. They're able to get it outside to Pierce, who tried to shoulder with a tackler. Tyson Thorne, to no avail, is only able to pick up about 3 yards.
I play on first. Picked up 3 yards. Second manageable.
Just under 8.5 to go here in the second quarter. Offset weak eye behind Moore. They'll go with a run to Pierce. Had a good block from his fullback and is fighting for extra yardage. He'll be marked down a yard shy as the Annapolis Navigators defense swarmed to the ball carrier.
Yeah, great run there by Pierce. He actually just got the extra yards all by himself, but it was a great block to get him free.
3rd and 1 here for Lexington. They were able to convert on a 3rd and long. Can they convert now on a 3rd and short? Moore going to look to throw Annapolis with the blitz. It hits up, and it's incomplete. Dale McLean nearly holding that one in for a crucial interception. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now that was a dangerous pass, Tyler.
Trying to go with an all slant pattern and just sitting in his zone and just waiting for the pass was McLean. Just excellent awareness. Needs maybe a little bit more time on the judgment scene, you'd think, but still, it forces the 4th down. Good play all around.
I mean, I love the 90-yard slants play, but it's either a great play or it's usually an interception. It's a 50-50 chance you got there.
Woolman out to punt once again here for the Miners. Hand deep in his own territory to try and earn the kick. Gets maybe a couple, might have done better trying to tougher fair catch, but he does get 3 yards in return and gets all the way to the 18-yard line. Just because it's the SFL offseason doesn't mean content creators aren't still pumping out great content around the league. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker, Say It With Your Chest, Netma, and of course the show all about the Miners, Fights and Insights. To check out archived version of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage.
You know, the offseason is about to get real entertaining with free agency positions to open.
Absolutely. Squarebush on the swing pass, and Squarebush again is hit like a truck. It's Aaron Wicker coming up with a big hit. Squarebush has been punished in the last couple of drives for being as explosive as he is. 4 yards gained, but it's a bruise he'll have to remember for that 4 yards. Struthers passed over the middle, fighting for extra yards is the tight end Martin. Martin able to get about 5. He's a yard short of the marker.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see Randy Squarebush here again. This 1-yard pickup on 3rd down. Let's see if Lexington has an answer for that.
It looks wide open. They'll come out with a strong power eye. They're on 3rd and short. 4-3 look here from Lexington as the linebacker shift over to the strong side. Handoff Squarebush through the middle. He gets the 1st down and a little bit more all the way down to the 35-yard line.
That time it took 2 people to bring him down in the secondary, so great run by Squarebush.
Take a look again.
What a block by number 44 there.
The fullbacks are playing their part tonight. That was Harleman for the Navigators. Scott Powell is the fullback over in Lexington. Both have really blocks really don't get shown a whole lot as far as highlight plays over. Those were a couple of more special ones. And for the rare time I've seen, at least, Lexington's defense calls an audible on 1st down, and maybe that had something to do with what they saw on offense, and they only allow 6 yards.
I believe here, Annapolis in here at 2nd and 4, which is, playbook's wide open here. And I think we're going to see Squarebush again. Linebacker shifting.
Formation. It's a pitch play to Squarebush left
weak
side. Gonna block from his fullback again, but that pitch play goes for only about 2 yards, and Squarebush closing in on 150 yards all told today.
And we don't really see a whole lot of those pitch plays in the SFL, but it's kind of neat to see it in the SFLm. A little different play style.
Have to be ready for anything here in the minor league. 3rd and 2. Offset eye behind Struthers. This time they'll go with a pass. Pass over the middle. It's deflected away. Great play from the Miners defense. Big number 56 for Lexington. Thomas Matthews, the 2-way player out of San Diego, comes up with a stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, and the linebackers in the SFL aren't really known for their hands, so very lucky that wasn't run to a cornerback. It could have been an interception there.
Annapolis will have to punt away. Once again, they do hold a 7-point lead. Punt's on its way from Ellis down to Lane Barney.
Nice
Inside his 20-yard line. Nice jump off the return. It picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards as we close on the 5-minute mark. And Lexington's offense retakes the field. They've been kind of quiet since the beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ray.
They have. See if they can put something together here and march down the field.
Strong eye formation here for Lexington with 3 wide receivers. 3-3 nickel here from Annapolis. Quick one-step drop from Moore. You're going to throw it out to the right side of the fullback, who gets away from one, does Powell, but he's blasted at the 29-yard line. Pick up a 5.
It was a fullback. I thought it was Pierce for a second there. Not a bad play, though. He picked up 5 yards on first down.
Second down here for Lexington. Still 3 wide receivers. Off the back. Handoff near side. Pierce, he gets out of 1 tackle and had to try and fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, which he does. But great pursuit, great read from the defense. Gets in the backfield in a hurry. No gain on the play.
And there were a lot of black players in that backfield. I'm not sure what happened to that O-line there. All I saw was black in the backfield. 3-3 defense.
3 medium for Lexington. Moore has to step away from the pocket. He gets it out to Huxley, and Huxley has the first down on the out route.
Good first down conversion by Lexington here.
Really looking for here in the minors in the development of these young wide receivers and how good they're able to run crisp and effective routes. And Huxley, knowing where the sticks are, did a good job of not starting his turn until getting past the first down marker.
Too bad he actually didn't stop to catch that ball and turn around. Or he probably gotten more yardage out of that.
Flip backfield, 3 wide outs. And up the middle. Pierce on the call. Only a couple, maybe 2 yards on the carry as he's brought down by Rachel Leonard.
You hear Rachel Leonard's name called several times tonight. She's doing a great job on defense.
A handful of tackles tonight. I think 1 or 2 pass deflections as well. Bunch set here on second down off to the right of Chad Moore, quarterback. Annapolis sending yet another blitz. They send 5 and they get home. It's a loss of 6 on the play. It's a good sack behind the line by Justin Marland, the defensive tackle.
Wow. You have a chance to even set up and throw the ball there. They were there in a hurry.
So 3rd and long now upcoming here for Lexington. They converted on a 3rd and 11 last time out. Are they going to be able to convert from 3rd and, well, forever? Moore has time, steps up, trying to evade the pressure, and he's down again. It's another loss of about 6 yards, and this time it's Rocco Rossi combining with his Marlin for this big old sack, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Marlin is making a name for himself. Maybe they should offer him a contract soon.
Rossi able to come off the edge, get in the backfield, and it's 4th and 20. And with no doubt, we'll see the punting unit take to the field, led by Rand Fullman. He's been pretty busy tonight.
I should leave Annapolis in some decent field position here for sure.
Ronnie Shanahan on the short punt. Try to make something out of it. He does get to the 41-yard line, but no
Ain't getting
further.
up.
Just barely at the end of the play there. The defender gets up, and Annapolis will go back to work here on offense as we're about 15 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Brothers going to be in the gun. Annapolis holds a 7-point lead. Brothers going to look to throw, quick dump off over the middle. That'll pick up a couple of yards, about 4, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Annapolis with the ball and the lead. Can they tack on some more points before the end of the half? We'll find out here in just a second. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube.
Looking to see the stats for both running backs here at halftime.
Two minutes to go here in Maryland. Navigators with the lead. to tack on a few more points. Struthers with a 5-step drop. Looks for the out on the left-hand side near the sticks. And they're not going to give him old field advantage. He'll be ruled about half a yard shy. Willow Rain Darby.
I mean, it's literally inches. I thought he had it for a second. Yeah, it's literally like inches. Quarterback sneak here.
Out the length of the football to go is the pitch play near side for Squarebush. He will get the first, but not a whole lot more. That play, maybe the coaching staff saw something in that play during the game planning, and it's only going to pick up a couple yards. So good play call in that sense for that type of play. But if they're looking for that play to go big, might not do so against the changes that Lexington has made over the past week. And through the middle is Squarebush, and those runs through the middle have become quite dangerous for Annapolis. They pick up 9 on that
Hurry
play.
up defense. Hurry up offense here.
Back into the huddle. Struther's going to look to throw this time. Over the middle into double coverage, and he's lucky that's not picked up by Woodson.
Very lucky that wasn't picked off.
So on third down, Lexington's defense trying to hold them out of at least field goal range.
I still needed another about 10 yards for that.
Struther's going to look to throw, swing past Squarebush, has to fight his way for the sticks and does get there. He stretches out to the 35-yard line, and he's knocked out of bounds, which stops the clock, saving the Navigators a timeout.
Yeah, great open field tackle there for the defense. Especially on Squarebush. One-on-one, he's dangerous.
44 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Struthers in the gun with Squarebush and Harleman off to his left and right. Struthers going to look for a dump off pass. He'll get it at about the 30, turning up field to the 27. Goes the wide receiver, Darby. And they're back into the gun, back into the hurry up. 30 seconds to go, and Struthers will hike it. Pressure coming. He's able to get off to the screen pass to the left side for Squarebush. Squarebush with a couple of blockers near the 15 and no further. It's a good run on the screen play for Ty Woodson. That play looked to be pretty well blown up, but Annapolis find a way to convert.
Amazing. I thought it was a broken play myself.
Take a look again. If Struthers does not get rid of that football at
nice
that
block.
time,
Nice block.
that
Who
screen
was
is
that?
not set up.
Didn't get a number on the block, but that was an impressive block there to free Squarebush up.
Annapolis only have one timeout remaining because they try to do they tried to catch Lexington offside on fourth down. Didn't happen, so they called a timeout. Only one remaining, and it's 1st and 10 from Lexington's 15 for Annapolis. Struthers with a deep drop, looking near side. It's caught near the goal line. Can he fight his way in? No. He's knocked out just shy of the pylon. Rego De Niro nearly had a touchdown.
Dion Lane Forney there with a nice goal line stop there to prevent the touchdown.
Niro had to come back to the football to catch it. Maybe that's what cost him a touchdown. But it's 1st and goal with 17 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Annapolis inches away from extending this lead.
Here comes
one of the
Squarebush.
best. They have one of the best backs in football right now. You're right, Ray Ray.
Oh no!
Try and throw!
No!
And Struthers goes down at the 9-yard line.
What? Okay, I'm just floored here.
I know they didn't throw an interception, but that has to remind you of, well, a certain running back in a certain football game in real life. A certain Super Bowl. But on comes the field goal unit with 14 seconds to go to at least get something out of this one.
I am totally confused.
Kick is up, and it is good from 23 yards. They do put 3 on the board. It's a 10-point lead, but I think everyone in the stands and at home is scratching their heads when they tried to throw the football instead of giving it off to Squarebush. They do come away with points, which is the positive to take away from all of that. 24-14 your scoreline.
I mean, you have the best back in the SFLm, and you choose to throw on the 1 yard line. Okay.
Kickoff is on its way, only 10 seconds to go. Nice spin move from Lane Barney. He gets to the 28-yard line, 6 seconds to go. Maybe just time for an old-fashioned Hail Mary to try and get something out of it.
The 28, Tyler?
You never know. Anything can happen here in the SFLm. Come on in a running formation, however.
I know.
Strong eye, however, Moore's going to elect to throw over the middle, and it's really picked off. It falls the turf, incomplete. Oh, that was a dangerous pass. McLean in the passing lanes of yet another pass.
I mean, was there even a receiver near him? Yeah. Okay, he just jumped that route a little bit and stood his ground.
Trying to link up with Zachary Patton, and it looked like Patton wanted the ball maybe a half a second early. Instead, Moores takes a little bit extra time to try and set his feet. That leads to the fortunate for him incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Now for Lexington, 2 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the first half.
One of the exciting ones?
A pass over the middle into coverage, and there's a flag on the play. Pass again intended for Patton. We might have another play if this is against the defense. They will tag Rachel Menner with the PI, and so the offense might get another chance here to end out the half.
Never seen this before, I don't think, at the end of a half.
0-0's on the clock, but due to a defensive penalty, yes, we do see the offense take the field. So I spoke too soon on that play being the last play. Here we go again. Bunch formation off to the right.
Watched a lot of games. I don't think I've ever seen that called at double zeros on the clock.
They go with a run, and they finally run out the clock. It's a heavy hit taken by the halfback. Pierce behind the line. Lear gets in there. Loss of 4, and that will finally bring an end to proceedings here in the first half. The score is 24-14. Navigators out in front. Michelle, take us through that first half.
Well, we had a very exciting first half. We've had a couple of running touchdowns by both teams, and then a passing touchdown, and not really a defensive game here today. Mostly an offensive one.
Offensive has quietly cooled off for the better part of that second quarter. Welcome back to Annapolis, Maryland. I am Tyler Falk alongside Michelle Colston, and back at SFL headquarters is the commissioner, producer, Cameron Irvine. Week 6 action, as there's only 8 weeks of the regular season, so playoffs are well and truly on their way. Only a few weeks away from that, as both these teams find themselves in the middle part of the standings. Annapolis 3-2. With a win, they could almost control their own destiny. With Lexington, with a loss, they are living more so on a hope and a prayer that maybe 4-4 is good enough.
How many teams make the playoffs? 4?
Only 4, my friend. Only 4. Pass near side goes to Pierce, turning upfield. Pierce is able to get only about 2 yards before taken down by McLean.
And I guess if we have teams with multiple records, then we go to this tie-breaking thing like we do in the SFL.
The tiebreakers are even more crazy here in the minor league.
They were pretty crazy in the SFL, too.
That's very true. And off near side, little stutter step from Pierce. He's only able to muster maybe 2 yards again before being hit hard, and it's 3rd and 6 from the 32.
Yeah, I remember spending a few hours with y'all that night going through the playoff scenarios.
It's a lot to take in, and that takes place sometime during the final week of the regular season, Cam. There's a whole bunch of people to try and make sure we get all these scenarios correct Another swing pass, and they couldn't capitalize on it as the defense was playing more the deeper route. They came up quickly and to contain Pierce, and they stopped him after a yard gain, and it's 4th down.
I think they're kind of afraid to go with the long pass with their new quarterback. I don't know. We've seen a lot of those little screen passes that don't seem to be working really well today.
Comes Fullman for his first punt of the second half. High snap is corralled, and he punts it away to Ronnie Shanahan, who waits at about his 30-yard line, trying to angle toward the near side. But he runs right into the path of Travis Arthur, who takes him down at the 35-yard line. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, and video-on-demand esports channel available everywhere. Through your smart TV, on your phone, through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and much more. Visit estv.co to learn more about its programming and to find all the ways you can catch the SFL action on the network. Great pass for Squarebush, and that's exactly what you need to do on defense. Get 2 hats on Squarebush and take him down. You have to double team him in order to effectively contain him.
What a big hit by Frank Thompson there, the outside linebacker. Boom.
Compton combining with Ty Woodson, who's had already a couple of huge hits on Squarebush tonight. Squarebush able to pick up 3 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 3 from the 42.
I think this one's going to start seeing a lot of Squarebush here since they have the lead. But I never know.
On power I, they'll go with Squarebush out of the backfield. And Woodson again is near. But he's unable to hold Squarebush from picking up the first, and they will give it to Squarebush, and the Navigators will convert and make it a 1st down.
Look, Squarebush was going forward and took a step back and cut to the outside. Nice run.
Formation, Struther's going to pass. It's a little dump off to one of the tight ends. That's Martin, and he tried to go backward with it, and he ends up right where the ball was originally spotted.
So there was no forward progress there?
They do not give him forward progress until he makes forward progress. He caught it, but then came back. So until he turns around and starts going back upfield, that's when forward progress kicks in. 2 tight ends off to the right here on 2nd down. Handoff, Squarebush to the right side, and it looks like Squarebush is starting to tire a little bit. He hasn't been able to break off a few of these tackles like he had done in the first quarter as Isabella Blackwell takes him down.
And we're hearing her name once again.
It's 3rd and 9 now for the Navigators from their own 47. Struthers, 2-step drop, looking deep over the middle, and it's picked off! Going the other way, Travis Arthur, he runs right back in the teeth of the offense, and he gets them all the way to the 45-yard line. That's the first mistake of the ball game.
Wow, it didn't happen until the 3rd quarter. We've had a couple of dangerous passes thrown tonight, but this one was almost right to the defender.
That's an excellent read from Arthur as he read Struthers' eyes extremely well, followed Darby as he made the cut inside, and was right there to take the ball away, and Lexington's offense will retake the field.
And I'm all about interceptions, Tyler.
You and me both. I think a certain player had a streak of maybe 11 straight games with an interception. I don't know who that might be.
Yeah, I didn't see this myself.
We did have Josh Rowe as well this past season come away with the league leading and record-setting 4 pick sixes this past season. I think that's even more impressive than anything Mike Ryan did. And the run goes backwards, a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, those pick sixes are hard to come by. I think I've had, maybe 2 or 3 in my whole career. But I've still had more than Eddie Gage.
Okay. Don't get Eddie mad now, as the swing pass to the outside is good enough for maybe a yard for Pierce. Well, we'll give him maybe a half a yard. 3rd and 11 coming up.
He knows it's all love. It's okay.
After the interception, it's been tough sledding for Lexington. And now they come out with 5 wide receivers, 3 in a bunch off to the right, 2 to the left, and more under center. He's going to take a 5-step drop, steps in the pocket, still trying to find some time, and he eventually gets it off near side. And that's a beautiful pitch and catch for about 20 yards to David Gears.
I thought he was dead to rights there, but great play by the quarterback to actually get the ball off.
He was ducking and weaving. Just take a look again, getting away from Rocco Rossi and eventually finding the crossing route from David Gears to pick up the first down and a whole lot more.
That was a great play.
Split backfield, 3 wide receivers. Handoff. Up the middle, tried to go Scott Powell, the fullback. Nothing doing. Stuffed at the line by Rachel Menner and company.
She's having herself a game tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, it's having a number of tackles and being involved in almost every single running play, trying to get a touch to the ball carrier most of the time, which is Pierce, and my last play, Scott Powell. Quick drop, quick throw, it's bobbled, and it's bobbled again. Incomplete pass, initially broken up by Thorne, and it falls incomplete.
Basic tip drill works this weekend, I think.
Third down now for the Miners. They come out in a gun straight package. Quarterbacks play bump on the line against those 4 wide receivers. Moore going to look to the outside, near the sticks. That will get them a first down to Hector Huxley, who turns upfield and gets out of bounds at the 19.
Welcome to the SFL Red Zone.
Take a look again. Another nice out route. And knowing where that out of bounds line is and just staying inbounds long enough to pick up the first and keep the drive alive from the 19 now. Go the Lexington Miners and a new set of downs.
Stop the clock, which is good for them.
Both teams like to run a bunch set, especially Lexington. They go with another one off to the left. They'll just dump it off to Pierce out of the backfield, and he has to fight for extra yardage, and he's only able to pick up maybe a yard before Tundra Speed is able to take him down. Second down.
Well, Lexington here, you just stay in field goal range. At least get 3 points out of this. Right back to a one-score game.
Five-step drop here from Moore, looking short at the stop route. It's a good little move that forced the defender off him. Able to pick up a couple extra yards is Mo Jones, the first time we've called his name tonight.
Very true. I think the tight end hasn't had a lot of work here tonight. Been busy blocking for the running back.
Third and short from the 11-yard line. I formation. The 2 wide receivers off the left will try and go with a strong ISO up the middle. Nothing doing. No gain on the play as they're able to get in the backfield and stop them at the line of scrimmage, and it's decision time for Lexington.
Do you go forward here, or do you kick the field goal? There's an option for the field goal here.
On comes the kicker, Joey Robb, for his first field goal attempt of the ball game. This one, a 27.5-yarder from the right edge. Snap spot, kick up, and it's officially 27 yards. That kick is good, and it's back to within a one-score ball game, 24 to 17. The SFL's minor league, the SFLm, is how you, the viewers, can get involved in the action. Create a player today and get on the field to begin your professional football journey through our website at simulationfl.net. The minor league season is halfway done, but it's not too late. There's still 1 month left to get your player ready for the next rookie draft later this month. The SFL, where the viewers are the superstars.
It looks like Madison's falling 17-10 right now in the other game.
Madison playoffs hopes dwindling by a thread. They have to win that football game, even have a shot at making the playoffs. If Albuquerque win, that's it for Madison, and Albuquerque will control their own destiny as they will move to 3-3. And off square bush, left side, breaking up a couple of tackles. This is early in the ball game, reminiscent of Randy Squarebush, and he gets the first down on some tough yards.
Yes, I gave him some oxygen and some Gatorade on the sideline. He's all back to his throwing performance here. He's a beast on the field. Oh my gosh.
Have to double team. You have to get a second person on him, or you just have to hit him hard enough like Ty Woodson and a couple others have done so earlier in the ball game. Brand new set of downs here for the Navigators. Split backfield, handoff. Squarebush again. This time he's brought down the backfield. The offensive line could not contain anyone, and it's Forrest Dalton who comes away with another tackle for loss, his 10th or 11th on the season.
Now, he's big enough to make a stop by himself, I think, on Squarebush.
There's a reason why Jacksonville like this kid. He is an absolute stud. Brothers looking for just a short dump off to the tight end, Sean Baker. And he's unable to haul it in. Maybe he wasn't ready for that one.
You hit him in the back. It
13 now upcoming here for Annapolis. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bunch set off to the right with 4 wide receivers in total in the formation. It's a play action. Deep shot, near side, deflected away, and it's incomplete. Arthur gets his hand there to stop the Navigators' drive cold.
Great play by Arthur there, because if not, the receiver would have been off to the races. He was all by himself behind the secondary.
On 4th down, the Navigators will send out the punting unit. Pete Ellis. Both punters have been pretty busy today, and Ellis is on to try and pump this one away again.
Lexington should be happy here. They should get some decent field position. They gotta, get the ball back. Only 1 score down. Lots of time left here in the game.
Already on the return, gets to the 31-yard line, and that is where the Miners offense will take over. Moore and company just, I think, need to be a little bit more aggressive, as you had mentioned earlier there, Rochelle. I think they need to try a couple of more deep shots.
Yeah, the screen passes are working for them. They're just not getting big chunks of yardage at a time, and it's hurrying towards the end of the drive.
We're going to look to throw left side. That is caught on a nice acrobatic catch from Huxley. Will pick up 9 yards.
Must take ballet in the offseason.
I apologize, that was David Gears on the reception, not Huxley on the nice acrobatic catch. Meanwhile, game update from Madison and Albuquerque. Liam Ryan, the defensive back, with 4 interceptions for Albuquerque, and that's 24 unanswered points for the Adams to officially eliminate the Madison Lynx from playoff contention. The Lynx will not have a chance to defend their title, as Christian Pierce gets a nice run up the middle to take the Miners to a new set of downs.
Great blocking there by the fullback. What's the fullback? Got Powell.
Brand new set of downs here from the 47-yard line. Strong power ride on the field. They'll hand off to Pierce. Left side. Trying to find a couple extra. Walker is only able to pick up 2 yards as he's taken down by Dale McClain.
Yeah, they were ready for that play on defense. They had the box sacked, looking for their run at time.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 50-yard line.
Morgan look to throw, looking for the out route. It's tipped up, read rather well by Thorne, and it's 3rd down.
He was very lucky there that wasn't picked.
3rd and 8 now here for Lexington. Trying to get beyond the 42-yard line to pick up the first down. Quick drop pass into double coverage is incomplete. Moore tried to thread the needle, and there was no hole to speak of, and it brings up 4th down.
That was a big hit on that receiver. Now we're seeing a defensive game, Tyler. Like the first half of the game.
Trying to keep everything as tight as they possibly can to try and salvage the lead are the Navigators' defense, as Coleman gets the punt away to about the 13-yard line, and Shanahan is only able to muster up maybe a yard as we tick under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Great special team coverage by Lexington. I mean, he had no room to run. 0. This is probably Annapolis' worst starting field position of the night.
Did have their first drive start at the 15, so you are right, Rochelle. 14-yard line would be the worst field position they'd start off. 3 wide receivers, Squarebush in the backfield behind Struthers, the quarterback. Will find Squarebush on a little swing pass and cannot get out of the tackle from the big man, Frank Thompson, the outside linebacker.
I like that play because you can't really chance throwing an interception here this deep into your own territory, so it was a safe play.
2nd and 9 from the 15-yard line. They'll flip the formation here on 2nd down. And Struthers takes a deep 7-step drop. 5-man rush, and they get to him in the backfield as they came off the edge. Sean Parrott comes up with a sack.
Now if you're in Annapolis, you have to be very careful here. You can't afford to pass the ball, and you can't afford to take a sack here either because of the safety. This should be an interesting play call here.
And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, which means only one thing. Get your 4s and 86s up in chat. It's 24-17. Annapolis with the lead as we enter into the 4th quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube.
I assume if Madison's out, if Lexington doesn't win this game, are they out too?
Madison is out automatically. They have 6 losses. It's going to be mathematically impossible for them to.
Oh, okay.
They're just going to try and get enough room for their punter here on the first play out of the quarter break, and they'll maybe pick up a yard, and that'll give Ellis a little bit more room in that end zone.
See if they go after the punter here.
No surprise. Lexington, they're going to try and send the pressure.
Nope.
The punt is away from Ellis, and it's going to be excellent starting field position here for the Miners as Lane Barney fielded the punt around the 40-yard line. He gets it to the 36, and they're knocking on the door of even field goal range at this point.
This is like a gift from Annapolis here. Take the ball on your own on our 36 and see what you can do with it.
You'd have to feel, partner, if they didn't come away with points, something clearly would have gone wrong. We'll see what they do as they come out in a strong power I here on 1st down. With a handoff near side, Christian Deere spotting for extra yards, and he'll pick up 9 to the 28-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. To go with another handoff for Pierce up the middle, and he gets good yardage before being shouldered at the 24-yard line. He'll fall forward to the 23.
Quite impressed with Chad Moore. He's not having an awesome day, but he's doing a great job out there. He's playing ball control. He's not, throwing the ball away. Not giving the ball away.
No interceptions. He's kept it clean, and now they're going to try and ask him to throw here as they're knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 23. Moore going to look to throw, pumps once, now looks into coverage, and it's incomplete. Dangerous throw from the quarterback as Nathan West gets his mitts on.
His mitts or his head?
I want to say his mitts. Let's take a second look, shall we?
Okay, it was his mitt. But he was hit his back to the ball. Okay. Also, it was the back of his helmet.
A little bit of both, right? Just trying to get anything and everything in the way of the pass.
If he didn't face him forward, he probably would have picked that one off.
On 2nd and 10, they're going to try and throw again, more than likely, as Moore goes into the gun. Annapolis send 4. Out route far side is caught. Turning back upfield is the wide receiver near the markers. He's marked out maybe a half a yard shy. First time today we've called Chris Armstrong's number, as it's now 3rd and inches.
He did a great job of getting yards after that catch, because it was thrown behind him to turn around and run the field. Very close to the first down, too.
High formation, wide receiver tucked in tight on the line. They're going to try and go up the middle with Pierce, and they'll get the first down to the 11-yard line, and it's almost 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Impressive drive by Lexington. They're just moving the ball methodically. Not quickly, but methodically.
They are really taking advantage of the short field, starting this drive at the 36-yard line. Moore is going to look to throw, looking into the end zone. Touchdown! Lexington Miners. Zachary Patton gets on the score sheet, and we're an extra point away from getting back to level pegging.
I think we just caught the defense off guard there. It wasn't a screen pass, and it wasn't, a run up the middle. Great play calling by Lexington.
Out comes the field goal unit. Joey Robb to try and tie this one up once again. Been tied a couple of times. We started out the game, of course, tied. Lexington came back with 2 touchdowns of their own to make it 14-14. This would make it a tie ball game since that almost 5-second time frame that it was tied up all the way back in the 2nd quarter. Snap kick is up, and it is good. 24. We're all square once again here in Annapolis.
See what Annapolis can come out here and answer that touchdown.
Rob is going to kick this one off once again. And last time out for the Navigators offense, on the very first play of the ensuing drive where they were tied up at 14, it was a big pass to O'Rain Darby on the near side, which got him back out in front. Do they have something else left in him like that? Ronnie Shanahan gets the return to the 29-yard line, and that is where Annapolis will start off this possession.
Still have plenty of time within this game. It can still get crazy, Tyler.
Much time, too much football left to be played. Still nothing in certain or in doubt.
Which is averaging 8.7 yards per carry right now.
Yeah, trying to get involved in the passing game, and that has not worked out rather well for the most part of today. Only able to pick up a yard on the play.
Stephen Hacker wants to know whose birthday it is in here.
2nd and 9. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Oh, in case you missed it, Mr. Stephen Hacker, of course it's Cam's birthday. Over in the other game, the play-by-play broadcaster, or checked at the analyst of the ball game, Nate Hall's birthday. A couple others here in the league. We've got a whole lot of birthdays on June.
Cam Hackett's birthday today, too, and Bryant Dynasty.
And Hackett, Bryant Dynasty, and so many more. So happy birthday to everybody in the SFL and around the world who's born here on June 6th, as the swing pass this time is going to go for 9 yards, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd and 1. Ball at the 38-yard line.
This looks like to be a running formation and a strong power eye. The line and linebackers shifting toward the near side. Now coming back. They're going to try and stretch the field with Squarebush near side. He gets out of a tackle. Not before he gets the first down, however. And it's new set of downs as a first down for the Navigators.
And once again, it takes 2 defenders to bring him down. One-on-one, he's a beast.
1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line.
After picking up the first down on the ground, they're going to try and go to the air here on first down. Brothers with a deep bomb over the middle, nearly picked off by Dion Lane. Barney, he was trying to make up from that long touchdown pass on eerily a very similar play.
Oh. They're very lucky that that wasn't picked off.
2nd and 10 from 33 yards.
I formation here on 2nd down with 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in regulation. Two-step drop. Struthers has to sidearm it to his tight end, Martin, and Martin does a good job of turning on the afterburners rather quickly and getting to midfield and picking up some yards.
They just turned a broken play into positive yards. That was a pretty impressive throw there.
Give credit to the offensive line as well. As soon as the ball was thrown, the tackle, or the guard, Mitch Winters, come out of nowhere and provided an extra downfield block. Oh, no, every little bit helps, and it's 3rd and short here at midfield as we tick over the 7-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Struthers under center with Squarebush behind. It's a straight nickel look here from Lexington. They'll try and go with a screen play for Squarebush, and he's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 1, and that will set Annapolis back, and they're going to have to put this one away.
If you're Lexington, you're like super excited here. You got them to, 4th and 4. They have to punt to get the ball back. The game's tied. 6 minutes left on the clock. You gotta be pumped up if you're Lexington here.
The punts away from Pete Ellis. And Barney on the return, trying to stretch the field and get out to the outside. He's taken down at the 20-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Plus, features from our content team, including Swap Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. And to start off the drive, up the middle for Christian Pierce. He's able to get maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. Speaking of some content, especially from our league website, it was recently announced that a couple of teams have gone through a little bit of rebranding, and that includes yours there, Rochelle Colston. The Lycans get a new logo. We go away from a cheese ball to a regular white one. We'll talk about here after this play as more looks for stop right here. Marker. It's a big pickup and a good first down. An excellent route ran on the outside by Mo Jones, the tight end, playing in the wide receiver spot to pick up the first down.
I'm glad to see Chad Moore throwing the ball a bit more here.
1st and 10 from 11.
And he needs to get some confidence in this game. Turn him loose here.
But they do, as the down marker flips back to 1. And already pressure in the backfield. Pierce did it well to avoid the first hit. Can't avoid the second from Grant Hardaway, and they'll lose a yard. Going to be a weak power eye here on 2nd down. First time we've seen this formation in the ball game.
Yep.
8 men in the box here for Annapolis. Going to try and run in the direction with a fullback dive. Nothing doing. They'll lose another yard as the defense got there quickly. McLean on yet another tackle, and it's 3rd and long. Third and 12 from the 29-yard line. Have to get beyond the 40 to maybe the 41-yard line to get a new set of downs as Moore looks near side tip to try to go with the short pass, and it falls incomplete. Excellent coverage from Tyson Thorne, and it's a 3-and-out for Lexington.
I'm not even sure who he was throwing to, Tyler. Was there even a receiver over there?
There was. He was on the sideline trying to catch the ball before tiptoeing out of bounds.
Okay. All I saw was the defender in the ball. Didn't even see the receiver.
The punter takes the field, ran Fullman on to punt this one away to Ronnie Shanahan. Shanahan busy today on returns today as he gets this one to the 35-yard line. Shanahan again, week 6 signing, brand new to the league. Already caught his first catch, still looking for that first touchdown of his career. And now Annapolis with a tie ball game now. Have really struggled to put points on the board here in this second half. Need to do so if they want to come away with a win and set themselves in the driver's seat come playoff time.
They need a big defensive stand here.
They're just going to look for the screen near side for Squarebush. Led him maybe a little bit too far. He's going out of bounds, about 2 yards behind the marker.
Just blew up somebody on the sideline.
Second and 12 now here for Annapolis. They come out in a shotgun set. Trips off to Struthers' left with one to the right. Struthers going to look near side, and he just has enough touch on it to get it to his wide receiver, Narrow, and it's a pickup of 3 before falling out of bounds.
Well, he stopped the clock on that play, and I'm not sure if they really wanted to do that.
Flip back formation here on 3rd and 7. Safety creeps up on the line. Lexington send 4. Pass outside, left side of Darby. Darby has it, 2 yards shy. I'm surprised that's not a flag after getting hit out of bounds on the sideline.
I don't think the ref saw it.
That will bring up 4th down with just over 3.5 to go. And Annapolis will send out the punting unit on their own 43-yard line.
They're hoping that Penless can keep in their own end zone, I think.
Ellis punts this one away to Lane Barney at the 19-yard line. Has a couple of blockers and then is taken down at the 24-yard line. And still all to play for. We've got a tie ball game. It's been a tie ball game. It's about maybe the first quarter of the 4th quarter. My math is okay, not the best. But now Lexington now has another shot to try and take the lead. Maybe their first lead of the ball game if they can march all the way down the field.
Yeah, Lexington may hang in tough here. They've fallen behind a few times. They managed to tie the game up a few times. Becoming very interesting. 3.5 minutes left to play.
Try to go up the middle with Christian Pierce, only able to get back to the original line of scrimmage as it's Morville Jr. who comes up with the stop.
Lexington have to open up their playbook a little bit more and go some mid-range or long passes even here. And they're running the
ball. With the run with Christian Pierce through the middle. This one, much more steady gain. This one, total of 6 yards for Pierce, setting up 3rd and manageable. Lexington set to try and calmly, methodically march down the field as they come out here in an I formation. Be a fullback dive. Nothing doing. He stood up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of one on the play. And so Lexington will go 3 and out. They might have to pump this one away.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that play at all in 3rd and 4.
Very interesting play call as you're on 4th down. Out comes Rand Fullman. We've seen a lot of the punters here in the 4th quarter as we are set to punt this one away once again. Angled right down the middle for Shanahan to try and make something happen as the rookie tried to spin. Instead spun into the tackle of Travis Arthur. Is down at the 36-yard line. Get ready for one of the wildest off seasons in SFL history. 28 teams, revised divisions, free agency madness, and so much more on its way. The re-signing period is underway, and stay tuned for information on when and where you can check out the free agent frenzy on June 6th and the schedule release show on June 9th. Buckle up. The SFL offseason is here. Struthers going to fold it out for Squarebush on the left side on the swing pass, and he'll pick up about 5 yards before Woodson knocks him out of bounds.
It's like a tale of two halves here. The first half of this game was all offense. Second half of the game was mostly defense. Becoming very interesting towards the end with 2 minutes left here. And we're still tied up.
Bush got out of bounds on the last play, which means this will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Linebacker showing blitz near side and up the middle. They back off. Line twists as Struthers finds his fullback out of the backfield. Harlem in for a gain of a couple yards, maybe 2, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. We've got an exciting conclusion on our way here in Annapolis. 24-24. Who wants it more? You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube.
What happens here?
Under 2 minutes to go here in Maryland. Tyler Falk alongside Rochelle Colston. As the pass, again, another screen pass for Squarebush. He had to go backwards, and it eventually does fall forward for the first down. That looked really sketchy from Squarebush. Didn't seem to try and make the right read. However, he does find the first down as they hustle back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, he had blocking, but I didn't really see why he went backwards.
Struthers again on a screen pass. This time it couldn't get set up in time as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Struthers trying to bark out signals to his men as he stands alone in the backfield, now gets under center as they're back under center to try and make things happen. Swing pass left side for Squarebush. He's getting tired. He's only able to get 2 yards, and Annapolis are forced to call a timeout.
Interesting play calling here. Everybody does look a little tired on the sidelines there.
Biggest third down of the ball game here for Annapolis. From their own 48-yard line, 3rd and 8. Struthers looking short over the middle, and he's taken down 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and Lexington call a timeout.
Wow. It's could literally come down to the last second of this game, I have a feeling. It's getting very exciting here.
It seemed
what
like
a
every
stop.
single time, Ray, they have a long third down. They run that play, and they always throw it short.
But what a stop by Lexington.
Ellis back to try and punt it away to give Lexington the ball back, and maybe Lexington can do something. And wisely
Fair
calling
catch.
for a fair catch is Lane Barney, and he hauls that in at the 13-yard line with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Lexington have 2 timeouts, and this is one of the biggest spots that Chad Moore, the young quarterback, only a week 3 signing, is going to have to face early on in his career.
He has 87 yards to go, too. Do they have the players in the playbook to do this?
Quick drop, quick sidearm sling. And it's an
Nice catch.
incredible one-handed snag from the wide receiver. He picks up 9. That's Hector Huxley. From the
They're in the
22
hurry up.
now. Moore has time. It quickly
Oh.
evaporates, and he finally gets it off to
Ooh.
Christian Pierce. A dangerous pass, but it picks up the first down. Pierce able to find his way to the 31, and they're marching down the field. Under 45 seconds to go.
That was a wild pass. Oh my gosh.
Quick drop, another sling, trying to find Huxley. The ball's batted up like a popcorn machine. It's
Oh
still
my
loose on the
God.
head of a player, and it finally falls incomplete.
How many people touched that ball?
Too many to count. That ball was bobbling around there like something loose in the back of a truck.
I mean, Lexington can't throw an interception here. The worst that can happen is they go to overtime. Just take your
That wouldn't be
time
the
and-
worst thing. That would be the worst. We get extra football.
Yeah, I mean, worst thing for them. That's what I meant. If you don't throw an interception here, you go to overtime, nothing lost.
5 wide. They look for an out route. It is tipped
Oh my
up and
God.
incomplete. Tyson Thorne with yet another deflection, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Miners.
What is happening?
28 seconds to go. Miners still with 2 timeouts. However, It is third down from the 31. Have to get beyond the 41 here on 3rd and 10. Moore gonna look to throw on 3rd and long, looking for the corner out. He's got it inside Annapolis territory and down to the 48. A clutch throw from Chad Moore.
He's probably his longest throw of the night, huh?
I would have to imagine so. Let's take a look. That is Hubbard on the corner route. I think the DBs got tangled up in each other, and maybe that's what led to the catch. And so Lexington have a little bit more life here as we approach the end of the football game. 22 seconds to go.
He was pretty well defended. There were cornerbacks all around him.
4 wide receivers, 3 off to the right, 1 to the left. 4 alone on the gun. He's back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, launching one over the middle to no one. He tried to throw it to a crossing out of the middle. He threw it to a cornfield instead.
That bump coverage disrupted every single one of those receivers routes there, I think.
What's 2nd and 10? 17 seconds left to go in regulation.
They just need to get into field goal range here.
Under center goes Moore. 2 wideouts to his left and right. 5-step drop. Looking for the short route over the middle. It's caught at about the 44-yard line. They hustle back to the line, not calling their final timeout just yet. And the clock will run all the way down. It's 5, 4, 3, and they call their final timeout. And so they're going to try either, I would hope, a Hail Mary. I don't know if Rob has the leg to kick a 60-plus yard field goal.
I don't even think that would happen to you.
Let's see what the Lexington coaching staff has up their sleeve. 3rd, potentially bowl game. Offense trots back out onto the field. It's prevent coverage for Annapolis. Can Lexington come into Maryland and come out with a victory and break their 2-game losing streak and get back to 500? Moore back to throw, looking for something. He can't get it. Rocco Rossi takes him down, and we're headed to overtime.
Wow.
So here we go, Rochelle Costin, and everyone watching us wherever you might be tonight. 24-24 at the end of regulation. We go back to a coin toss, and we're going to get this 5th period. So get your 5s up in chat or OTs up in chat as we start the overtime period. The Navigators will get the ball to start off overtime, and so it'll be on the shoulders of the Lexington defense to maybe come up with the biggest stop of the ball game, or can Annapolis come away with the victory?
In SFL overtime, the first team who scores wins. So let's see what happens here.
And here we go in overtime. Rob gets us underway for Shanahan to try and make something happen. Going to try and find his way through the middle of everybody and gets down to the 25-yard line. The Navigators haven't scored since the 3rd quarter.
It's very true, huh? It's been a while. Let's hope Squarebush has some energy now.
And the Navigators come away with most crucial points of the ball game. The one to give them the victory. Bunch set near side, 1 receiver off to the right. Trap play through the middle. Squarebush, and just like that, maybe a little extra less as they try to go with the pass so often in that 4th quarter. Squarebush shows he can get to the 40-yard line to pick up a 1st down.
Well, Tally doesn't look tired anymore. Oh, great.
Excellent blocking. The trap play working to perfection, getting him a couple extra blocks, springing him free through the middle. Gain of 15 all told on the scamper.
And you just said that right for me because I was about to say the same exact thing.
But backfield, 2 wide receivers, bump, press coverage from the DBs on those wide receivers.
There's a pass play.
Looking for a deep ball. That's knocked aside by Ty Woodson. Another stout defensive play from Woodson. He's been all over the field tonight.
He has. But he regrets not catching the ball all those times. He could have had quite a few interceptions here tonight. Well, good
On
save, he said.
power I. Here on second down for the Navigators. Struthers look for a swing pass for the weak side, and that's read really rather well by the defense as taking him down is Frank Thompson. No gain. Third down on its way.
Yeah, that swing pass is not working for either team tonight. Both defenses are doing a good job of covering that little swing pass.
On third and long, Struthers comes out with 4 wide receivers, 3 to his left, 1 to his
Great.
right. Struthers steps up under pressure. Down he goes. It's a loss of 6, and the Miners defense comes through in a big spot.
Forrest Dalton. He just escaped his guy.
Leading the league in sacks and tackles for loss, just continues to add to his tally and brings out the punting unit for the Navigators. And now the Miners will have their first shot here in overtime to come away with possibly the victory.
Did you sign with Jackson, Tyler?
I'm sorry, Rochelle, say again?
Did Dalton re-sign with Jackson?
I do not know. That's a good question, Rochelle. If you want to check out where all the signings are taking place, the live and up-to-date ones can be found on the Simulation Football League website at simulationfl.net. From there, click on the Players tab, and then from that new screen, click on Contracts, and you can see all the live contract signings throughout the day, throughout the coming weeks, and also the team rosters there as well. As the run from Pierce goes nowhere, try to go to the left side and cut back in, nothing doing. Defense was there in a hurry, led by McLean.
So if Lexington scores here, they win. So see what they can do.
That's an interesting point you brought up by Dalton, by the way. No one has re-signed from Jacksonville just yet. Deep drop from Chad Morris. He looks for the crossing route. Fouled a little bit, but incomplete. Looking for David Gears. And now Lexington's down to a third down.
If he's not signed in during re-signings, I'm sure it'll be a big get in the draft. Or free agency. No, free agency. Sorry, he's already on a team.
Still plenty of time in re-signing. Still about 20 days or so until re-signing / free agency closes up for the offseason. Moore look to throw on third down. Now he's under pressure, and the two teams trade sacks. It's Rocco Rossi again who came up with a sack to close out regulation. Comes up with a sack here in overtime.
Yeah, both teams are struggling now on offense all of a sudden.
Like we've seen so often in the later stages of this ball game, the punting unit's back out on the field. And Fullman punts this one away for Shanahan, who stands at the 35-yard line, trying to make a shifty move at the 36, and he's taken down at the 40-yard line. And now Annapolis start off in a little bit better field position.
Great field position. All you need is a field goal here.
Get you about the 32-yard line. You're right. Offset eye behind Struthers here on the first play of the drive. 5-step drop, looking for a swing pass for Squarebush to the right side. He is taken down with authority after only picking up a yard. Wicker with a second hard hit of the ball game he's had on Squarebush.
I love Squarebush up the middle. I'm not impressed with the swing passes with him. They're not working at all tonight.
Wide receiver, 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. Trap play for Squarebush. This time it's read effectively by the defense. Thomas Matthews comes through the center to take down Squarebush for no gain.
Big stop by the defense there, for sure.
Another third down here for Annapolis's offense. Last time out, they suffered a sack and had to punt. Can they change it around here on this drive? Struthers going to look to throw. Out route near side. Plenty of room to run for the wide receiver, and he gets the first down. Darby crosses the marker and gets inside of the Miners' territory at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, the defense has gave him plenty of room on the sideline there. There was nobody really covering that sideline. They were deep in coverage. More of a prevent defense.
Wide receivers again. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Brothers in the gun. He's going to look to throw again, this time over the middle to a diving wide receiver. It's caught by Dinero, and they're inside the 40 to 39, just on the outskirts of field goal range.
And both these teams have contract kickers. Maybe remember from 32. Should be in field goal range for them.
What a catch by Dinero. Had to get dirty for that one and come up with a nice catch. Nice, solid, no-nonsense basket catch. It's for another first down here for the Navigators. 8 men in the box to try and counter this I formation. Five-step drop from Struthers, thrown over the middle. Hit us! He caught it, and he holds on. The fullback, Harleman, is down to the 33-yard line.
Well, he's done a great job of blocking all night for Squarebush. I'm glad he finally got a catch.
Possibly in field goal range now. 2nd and 4 for the Navs. Deep drop from Struthers, looking over the middle. It's caught, going backward, still going backward and losing a yard.
Oh, my God.
No, what happened there?
I don't
Sheldon
know.
Hilton, the tight end, couldn't find north or south and went backward.
He caught the ball and just ran forward. Not really sure what happened there either.
All that work done by the fullback Harleman, almost undone. And now it's 3rd and 4. Struthers, quick drop, looking for Harleman.
No.
Harleman's going to have to do some work. He's taken out at the 34-yard line. They might go for this long field goal, but it's going to really test the leg of Richards.
They really are going for it here?
No, they're going to punt it. Ellis is going to punt this one away. They are not going to attempt a long field goal. Here comes the pressure. It's a low snap, but Ellis does get it away for Lane Barney to say, I'm not going to try and touch this one. It is taken in and sliding into the end zone, down for a touchback. Lexington breathe a huge sigh of relief after the punt goes back into the end zone. They start on their own 20-yard line.
That was so close to being down to the 1.
Maybe the aglet of one of the shoestrings of the hands team got into the end zone. And maybe that's what decided what happened and how we are now sitting at the 20-yard line. Strong power I. And under pressure is the quarterback Moore, and he's down to the backfield, loss of 3. Annapolis sent the house, and they got to Moore quickly.
What a great defensive play. All you saw was black jerseys. Poor quarterback there.
Moranville led the charge for the Navs and leads to the sack and a loss of 3. 4 wide receivers now on 2nd down. Quick drop pass over middle. Caught with room to it over the middle, close to the marker. Knocked down at the 19-yard line. Goes the wide receiver Armstrong.
Great play call there. To make him convert the first down here. They need to convert the first down here.
Split backfield here on 3rd and short after a 2nd and 13. 2 tight ends off to the right. Moore changing the play at the line after seeing 8 men in the box from Annapolis. They'll try and go up the middle with Christian Pierce. Christian Pierce gets the first down to the 36-yard line. That's a great hole. Great blocking from Lexington, and they keep the drive alive.
I thought sure when he changed the play they were going to go to a passing play, but they didn't.
With that run, Pierce now has 200 yards on the ground tonight. An excellent day from the tailback.
Great stutter step there.
So Moore will go in the gun by his lonesome with 5 wide receivers. They try and do an all slant play. Pass over the middle is caught and then dropped by Frank Hubbard, and it's second down.
I think that big hit there by the defense caused that drop. He was smacked after he caught that ball. By number 52, I think. 100 speed.
For those of you wondering where the Lincoln-San Jose game is, or the rest of our second half block, well, we're not going to apologize. We all like extra football. This one might continue for a while, and so those 2 games will be delayed just a little bit, which might anger a little bit of the commission a little bit for taking so much time. Pass to your side for more. Oh, what a pass and what a catch to Huxley. It's a huge gain as they cross midfield down to the 42.
What a huge pass by in tight coverage. Wow, I'm impressed.
Got enough touch on the ball to get it over the outstretched arms of the linebacker's speed, and then it took McLean to bring down Huxley, not before he was able to haul that one in, and now it's the Miners who are on the outskirts of field goal range. Can they find a way to tack home some points? Quick drop, quick sling over the middle, nice one-handed catch inside the 35, down to the 32. Goes Huxley again, and it's 2nd and 1.
I'm impressed with all these one-handed catches.
Huxley has been the storyboard for this last drive. Now let's see what Lexington come out with here in 2nd and short.
They need about 3 yards, Tyler.
We're going to go with a weak power eye. Last time they ran it, they went backwards. Hand off left side. Pearson, he breaks through inside the 30-yard line of the 26, and now it's all about positioning.
They're definitely in field goal range here.
That'll bring us also the 2-minute warning, so we get to wonder a little bit more of what's going to happen. It's 24-all here in overtime. You're watching the Simulationfl Minor League on YouTube.
What a game this has been. Oh no.
A fantastic contest all told. Tyler Falk alongside Rochelle Colston, Cameron Irvine, Houston Commissioner back at SFLm quarters, and Pierce breaks away from a tackle inside the 20-yard line. Excellent open field running from Christian Pierce, and they're inside the red zone of the 18.
I think this is going to be the Christian Pierce show from here on out.
2nd and 2.
And it looks like they're going to bring the offense out at least one more time and come out with a strong power eye. And through the middle goes Pierce with blockers in front of him. He gets the first down to the 13-yard line, and it's even more comfortability for Joey Robb with a short field goal scenario possibly upcoming.
Here comes the field goal kicker.
After a couple of nice plays, can Lexington take home the victory? This one, a 29-yard attempt from the right hash. Has made one from 27. Snap spot, kick is up, and Lexington walk it off in Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh my gosh, they had never had a lead this entire ball game. And they come back in the overtime and win. What a heartbreaking loss for Annapolis.
The Miners move to 3-3 and snap their 2-game losing skid with a 27-24 victory over the now 3-3 Annapolis Navigators. What a ball game. It started off with a running back show, then it got defensive, and then it got clutch with Chad Moore finding Hector Huxley a couple of times.
Great job by Lexington to keep hanging in there, keep chipping away at the lead that Annapolis had. They came back strong. The defense held the second half. Impressive game by Lexington.
Look at some of the stats. Rossi in the loss with 2.5 sacks today was absolutely outstanding. Moore under 200 yards passing, but came through in the clutch when he was called upon. The Navigators played well. Both teams played extremely well. I think the Navs run out of gas at the end there, right?
pressure Chad Moore tonight. He did just enough to win. That's all you can ask. He didn't throw any interceptions. He threw the ball when he had to. Great ball control, game control there by the quarterback.
Werbush outrushed by his opposite number, Christian Pierce, who had a solid day. There's the beautiful dime, or one of them, I should say, from Chad Moore. We'll probably see another one here at the end, but now as both teams go into the final 2 games at 3-3, everything is still up for grabs as we approach the playoffs.
I think your player of the game should be Christian Pierce here.
Christian Pierce might get player of the game. It might go to Chad Moore. It might even go to Hector Huxley. Might even give it to one of the defensemen as well. As just take a look at the ending of this football game. Pierce with 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Squarebush 6 yards, 2 touchdowns. As everyone from Lincoln is getting set to go, San Jose getting set to go, everybody's set to go for the second half. We'll be back here in just a moment. Christian Pierce is the player of the game, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 receiving yards, as well as Lexington come away with the victory here in Annapolis. For my partner, Rochelle Colston, and the commissioner's birthday boy, Commissioner Cam Irvine, I've been Tyler Falk. We'll see you in just a few minutes for the second half of the minor league action here in week 6. Until then, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Be safe, everyone.